Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
He was always a happy guy.
A beautiful San Diego sunset, the backdrop for a heartbreaking vigil tonight. Family and friends of Anthony Womack sharing his widespread impact during his very brief 15 years of life. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Derek Stahl in for Steve Atkinson. Anthony was killed after jumping off Sunset Cliffs with his friends. 10 News reporter Cassie Carlisle explains the moment that meant so much to his family.
More than 100 people came out here and stayed for hours. I spoke with Anthony Womack's grandmother, who told me she found closure. Loved ones wiping away tears, hugging one another, and sharing memories.
Amazing seeing him every single day, seeing how happy he was walking to class.
Anthony skipped class Wednesday and jumped off the cliff with friends, but he didn't come back up. His friends say he didn't know how to swim.
What happened? And they were like, Anthony's dead. Right when I heard that, my whole body just froze. I had no words to say. I just started bursting out tears.
The news gripping the school.
The whole school was quiet.
Friday night, Anthony's grandma spoke with friends who were at the cliffs the day he died, giving her closure. She also said that was the second time he ever ditched school.
He's in all of their hearts and their eyes and their minds. They all know him.
Anthony's uncle bringing the kids together.
They had all their heads down in the morning, and we don't want that. Anthony wouldn't want that.
Instead, spreading the light Anthony gave to so many.
When they passed this point, Sunset Cliffs, this is not just another place where water just hits against the rock. It's somewhere their friend was taken to a higher level.
Saying everyone here is family.
I love you, and I miss you.
And tomorrow there will be a car wash to fundraise for his funeral. It will be at the Church of God of Prophecy from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Reporting at Sunset Cliffs, Cassie Carlisle, 10 News.
Such a sad story. The OB RAG has been tracking serious injuries and deaths at Sunset Cliffs since 2005. They involve everything from cliff falls to divers who never made it back. Now, on average, there have been 5 deaths or injuries a year over the past 14 years. But take a look at this graphic right here. Since 2014, the number of deaths and serious injuries at Sunset Cliffs has stayed consistently high.
And happening right now, the tropical depression near the Bahamas has strengthened into a tropical storm, Humberto. The Bahamian government issued a tropical storm warning for the northwestern islands, the very same area that was devastated by Hurricane Dorian earlier this month. The system is expected to move near the Bahamas tomorrow and offshore of Florida this weekend.
Crews worked fast to stop a small brush fire in Lakeside today. It was started by a car fire around 5:30 this afternoon off Willow Road. Flames spread to nearby brush and grew to about 3 to 5 acres. Firefighters calling this thing the Monty Fire. Crews stayed on scene to mop up hot spots. And helicopter water drops doused 2 small fires that broke out in the same location in Chula Vista. Both burned in the Otay River bottom today. Crews say the fires are suspicious because of how close together they were to each other. They believe the fires may have been started in nearby homeless camps.
And we are in store for a hot and windy weekend. 10 News meteorologist Angelica Campos tracking what's in store.
Well, Kim, it's going to be hot this weekend. Temperatures are going to be accompanied by very dry conditions. And tonight, we at least get a cool down, but temperatures will rise quickly during the day tomorrow. You'll find temperatures very close to the daytime highs as early as 11 o'clock in the morning. Along the coast, around 82 degrees, and you make your way inland, and temperatures will be approaching the mid and upper 90s, almost into the triple digits. Because the air mass is so dry, it increases our fire danger. Our dew points are running very low in the mountains and deserts.
All right, and Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman is making news tonight. She says she's taking full responsibility for her role in the college admissions scandal. Today, the actress was sentenced to 14 days in prison, a $30,000 fine, 250 hours of community service, and a year of probation. Huffman pleaded guilty to illegally paying $15,000 to have an SAT proctor change her daughter's test score.
The moral outrage here is enormous, right? It's kind of like moral batting practice that's going on here. Everybody has an opinion about it.
Hoffman is one of 15 parents who have pleaded guilty in this case. The other 19 accused have decided to fight the charges, including actress Lori Loughlin.
New tonight, a San Diego-based Navy SEAL acquitted of war crimes is suing two of his former lawyers and a military legal nonprofit. In his complaint, Eddie Gallagher accuses his former attorneys of malpractice, saying they didn't defend his case properly. He also claims they tried to delay his case to maximize fundraising for the nonprofit United American Patriots. Last month, one of Gallagher's former attorneys sued him for unpaid legal fees.
Plagued by sexual assault accusations for months, now San Diego Unified School Board member Kevin Beiser may have reached a settlement with his accusers. 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is live downtown. And Anthony, Beiser's critics are still calling for him to step down from his position tonight.
Derek, several groups, including his own party, says that he should step down. Now, the details of this possible settlement still very much under wraps, as the agreement says no one can talk to reporters.
It's been nearly 6 months since explosive sexual assault allegations surfaced against Kevin Beiser, now the embattled San Diego Unified School Board trustee, moving forward with a possible settlement. 4 men accused him of date rape, groping, and harassment. One of them, his former political consultant and former campaign manager. Beiser denied all the accusations since they came to light in March. He never resigned from the school board, despite calls for him to step down.
Many San Diegans and parents, they feel that it was inappropriate.
Tom Kilienoy is with the group Parents for a Quality Education. He ran against Beiser in 2018, and in April, his group stood with several others outside the school board, saying they'd work to get Beiser recalled if he didn't step down. The effort eventually stalled after they estimated it would cost nearly $1 million to get it done.
It was a significant uphill climb. I mean, it was a lot of money in a very short, and you have a very short window to do a recall.
He says a possible settlement won't change their mind about Beiser.
Continue to do what he feels is best for himself, but ignore the will of voters and the will of parents and the will of his own colleagues and his own party.
The San Diego County Democratic Party has asked for Beiser's resignation from the start. Their position has also not changed.
Now, we did reach out to Kevin Beiser. He has not returned our request for comment. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony Pura, 10 News.
Anthony, thank you. New tonight, an investigation has been launched into a hand-drawn swastika found inside Homeland Security headquarters. The department confirmed tonight the discovery of the Nazi Party symbol. Staffers in the building were notified of the drawing by email. The department says the situation has been handed over to the Office of the Inspector General to take swift action. A second arrest has been made in the deadly house party shooting in La Jolla. According to the UT, 20-year-old Malik Campbell pleaded not guilty to several charges, including murder. Odyssey Carrillo Sellers was arrested in July and is also charged with murder. And prosecutors say he is the one who fired into the crowd from a passing car in June. The gunfire killed Nina Silver and injured 3 others.
A bill that would cap rent increases statewide is now heading to Governor Newsom's desk. 10 News reporter Matt Boone looks into how it would affect renters here in San Diego.
Yeah, there are some compromises in this bill, but the main goals are to help stop major rent increases as well as evictions without just cause, especially for low-income residents. That's exactly the battle that the residents here at this apartment complex in Mountain View are starting to fight.
It's stressful for everybody.
Gladys Martinez has gone through a lot since she moved in last December.
I'm be so happy when I found this place.
But a week after the complex flooded in a storm, her family was essentially homeless for 4 months.
Hotels, back and forth everywhere, find some friends.
Then, at the beginning of this month, she was handed a 30-day eviction notice, along with everyone else in the complex.
30 days for me is not enough time to leave.
Aggressive tactics like these are something Rafael Batista, a rent control advocate, has been fighting to stop.
We're going to see a hopefully a decrease in the number of cases of abuse.
The new California bill would cap annual rent increases at 5%, plus the rate of inflation, with a maximum of 10% total. It would also introduce just cause protections, meaning if someone has lived in a rental for more than a year, a landlord must give just cause to evict, only for things like failing to pay rent, creating a nuisance, or otherwise breaking the lease terms.
That would help a tremendous amount of people.
The bill is opposed by the Southern California Rental Housing Association, the group representing local landlords. They argue it does nothing to encourage more housing construction. As for Batista, he thinks it doesn't go far enough, but believes it was a necessary stopgap measure. If signed by the governor, it would go into effect January 1st, 2020. In Mountain View, Matt Boone, 10 News.